What's up? What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. I am trying to do the same myself, and I've got a pretty good start on it, actually. So we're out here in the shop today, messing with the 5.9. I've spent a couple of days helping another family member get some work done that he needed assistance with, and a little before that, I was over working on the motor-mount adapter brackets for the Cummins to go in the Deuce. And I wasn't able to take any video of that because I had my hands full with it, but I'll show you guys all what is going on with that when I get it done and get it ready to bolt on. Right now, I wanted to show you guys the rest of the OEM Cummins parts that I got. It's the last bit of OEM parts that I need to get the engine ready, and I wanted to show you what all I got and the associated costs with it. Now, these are all OEM parts. And if you're resealing a Cummins engine, I really suggest going OEM. They just seal a lot better than like the Felpro stuff or the Chinese crap you can get off of Amazon. So check this out. I've got, I went to Cummins South in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And they didn't have everything I needed in stock, but what they didn't have, they drop shipped to my house from their warehouse in Dallas, and it actually came in the next day. I did have to pay shipping, but I did not have to pay extra for expedited shipping or anything. So I'm real happy with that. I had a really good customer experience, to be honest. My first time ever buying from an OEM Cummins dealer, so can't say enough good about them. They were very helpful. First part I've got, obviously, is the tappet cover gasket, and that's one of the most important gaskets, other than the head gasket, that you should make sure is an OEM Cummins gasket. If you use a Felpro gasket, one of those blue turds, it will leak. So, you know what? There's your OEM Cummins part number for the tappet cover gasket. And they don't call that a tappet cover gasket from Cummins, okay? They call it a push rod cover or push rod access cover gasket or something funky. So, let's see what else we've got. What else? Cummins parts. And yes, I have already been through these to make sure I had all my parts. So I know what I'm looking at, but I want to share this with you guys. So I've got 12 new exhaust manifold bolts. I do eventually still want to put an aftermarket multi-piece manifold on, but right now I've got what I got, and I'm going to use it. I can't afford to spend $700 or $800 on a manifold right now. So I've got 6 brand new valve cover gaskets, and these are the good quality, thick. I think these are actually made by Moly, Moly Cleveite. So much better than those thin, flimsy blue Felpro stuffs. Let's see. Okay, I've got the rear main seal service kit. They don't sell just the rear main anymore from Cummins. It's a service kit, is what they call it. And the part number is on the invoice. I'll show you that in a little while. But the part number for this, look, I'm sure you can still buy this separate, okay? But it comes with the seal and the tool, which is how it would come anyway from Cummins. The seal, the sleeve, and the tool. And as part of the service kit, it also comes with the rear main seal carrier plate gasket. So you get all of that as the service kit for the rear main. Okay, so we're going to set that up there. We have got our oil cooler gasket set, which is the inner gasket, the outer gasket, and this little feller here, this O-ring here, and I'll show you where that goes. Let's see, there's your part number for the outer gasket. There's your part number for the inner gasket. And this is not a service kit. These are sold separately, okay? And this packing, I guess they call it, seal O-ring. There's your part number for it. Now this, of course, I tried to put that out of the way, and instead I put it right in the way. This is what seals your oil pressure bypass valve plug, okay? So that O-ring is very important. As you can see, mine was leaking there over the years, and there's some buildup around it. So I'm going to take this all apart and reseal all of it. I don't want any leaks on this motor when it goes in. So buy once, cry once, do it right, and you won't have to do it again for a long time. That's my philosophy. Okay, here we go. We have got a brand new OEM Cummins lift pump, or as they call it, the transfer pump. There's your part number. This wasn't actually that bad. It was only $104 from Cummins, but I will show you one thing I'm disappointed with, and I know a lot of stuff is going this way now. You pull it out, a nice shiny new Cummins pump in the blue plastic bag, and you see it says Cummins on it, and then you see it says made in China. And you're like, well, shit. Well, I guess it's gonna work. You know, it may be made in China, but not everything made in China is junk. You know, they build stuff to the manufacturer, or they manufacture stuff to the contractor specifications. So we'll see. We'll see how long it lasts. I don't imagine I can get much better than coming from straight from Cummins. Let's see. This is okay. This is my access cover that I wanted for the timing cover, the injector pump gear hole cover, because I wanted to keep it clean and low profile up front. So it's just a oil fill delete plate, I guess you'd call it. Keeps the front end real clean, and I don't need the oil fill there anymore because I have it on the valve cover. So, and there's also a gasket for that. I think it's this one right here. That's on the invoice. I'm not sure what it's only a few bucks. This stuff isn't that expensive. So we have got the gaskets for the fuel transfer pump or lift pump, and in this bag with it, I guess they stuck them in there. These are the little washers that go with the timing cover, or the tappet cover gasket. These are what seals the bolts. So I think I put them in there the other day, actually. So yes, I got this stuff a few days ago, and I'm just now getting the chance to go over it with you. I'm sorry. These were supposed to be the O-rings that go under these bolts to seal the bolts to the valve cover. I'm not sure what the deal with that is, how it ended up not being O-rings, because if you look from the OEM, they just had O-rings there. So, you know, maybe, you know, and actually I bet those rubber pieces go between the top of the rocker pedestal and the valve cover. So anyway, they weren't in there like that when I took all those valve covers off. There weren't any of those, so no big deal. I'll figure that out. I think I already got it figured out. They come in packs of 3, so you got to get 2. There's your part number: 393, 54.9, 544.9. Yeah. We've got an intake elbow gasket. It is the good high temperature intake elbow gasket. It's not the Felpro felt gasket bullshit that will blow out on you. So happy with that. Got a new water pump gasket, seal, rectangular ring. Here we go. The new air compressor power steering pump assembly gasket to timing cover. And there's your part number for that. This will work for just a power steering pump or a vacuum pump or anything that goes there. And we have a oil feed line for the air compressor from the block. Now this comes off of the splitter between the P pump and well, the thing that feeds the P pump and the air compressor, which on this one, you see right here, it's just capped on the bottom. So that oil feed line will come off the bottom here. It goes around the bottom of the compressor and back up to the side of it. So, and I think, okay, here we go. I think this is the front main. Yeah, this is the front main. And they don't call this a service kit, but it's just like the rear main. It comes with the plastic install sleeve and the metal depth gauge / install tool. So Yep, that's it. Empty box. So let's kind of somewhat neatly put this back in here, because I'm not going to be putting all this on the motor today. And I'd like to keep it somewhat organized in here, because I have such organizational issues in here lately. I've got too much crap and not enough space to properly store it all is my issue. And I know any of you guys that have been watching my channel for a while know what I'm talking about. Like, you see me walk around my shop, I've just got like shit everywhere. It's so annoying. I don't have anywhere to put it all. And I can't just throw it all away, because a lot of it's important stuff. Although sometimes I get almost there where I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to get rid of everything. But I can't. Okay, so that was all the Cummins parts. So, let's go over the invoice. Yes, I've taped over my address, because I don't need people showing up here in droves or causing trouble because I'm mean or anything like that. So, if you guys need any of this, there you can pause it and get the part numbers. Look it up yourself. So, there's my subtotal, $568.20. All right, $15 for shipping, not bad. Of course, there's tax and local tax. There's always tax the living shit out of you and give you nothing. Anyway, there's your total amount, $626.15 for a couple of seals, a lift pump, and some gaskets. Now, that does seem kind of high, but remember, they are OEM Cummins parts, and they are, good quality parts and pieces and gaskets. They're not junk, okay? If you go on and buy some Chinese shit, you're throwing away your money, because it's going to be leaking again. Or you buy a $26 lift pump, which you can get a lift pump like that for $26 on Amazon. See if it lasts you a week. So we got $626 there. Now you'll notice this other stuff sitting here. This is all separate stuff that I picked up in town over the past couple days while I've thought about it and had a chance. I needed some more paint, because I'm almost out of paint, and I still got a whole side of a motor and some accessories left to paint. So I picked up these 2 cans of paint and this Permatex at Napa, and let's see, that was $22.62. So let's see, I got the Permatex for $7.29. 2 cans cost me $13.38. I don't know. Okay. They charged me $6.69 when it was $5 something on the price tag on the thing, but whatever. That's cheap enough. Usually engine enamel's about $8 a can, so. And that's not even the right receipt. That's for that my block sealer that I bought. That's what it ended up being, $40.49. Okay, so this Loctite and this Permatex thread sealer I got at Advance. I think that was like $26, and this was like $8. Then this piece of heater hose, which is the wrong size. Okay, I had seen it when I was at the truck shop and didn't think about it until I saw it when I was there. I got this. This is 1-inch hose, and I was thinking that right there might be 1-inch hose, but it's actually like 3/4. So this was $11 a foot. I got a foot, so I wasted $11 because it's too big for that. And this is just some 3/8 grade 8 nuts, or not nuts, but bolts and lock washers to attach the transmission and all to the new bell housing and the adapter plate. Now, when I buy stuff like that, that's important as far as hardware goes. I go to the local hardware store, family-owned one, and I buy USA-made grade 8 hardware, okay? It comes from Kimball. You can go to Tractor Supply and buy grade 8 hardware by the pound, and it's cheap. but it's also soft. It may be silver, they may call it grade 8, but it's not. And when you're bolting a transmission to a diesel engine, you don't want to cheap out on the hardware. This was 24 bolts and 24 lock washers. It was $14. So, do with that information what you will. It's important to me, and I think it should be important to you too, to use quality US made hardware on some of this stuff. So, hey, I hope you guys have found this at least a little entertaining, if not also, you know, helpful as far as the information goes on like part numbers and stuff. If not, you know, I'm trying here. I do my best, and that's all anybody can ask. That's all I ask of you. I'm going to get all this stuff put on this motor in the next couple of days. I've got to get the front main seal installed in my timing cover, which as you see is cleaned and blasted and painted and hanging up over there. And I'll get the front seal installed in it, and I'll get all this back together. I've got to pull the injector pump off. I've got to clean up the side of the motor here, get the lift pump off, and get the tappet cover off, get that resealed, get everything cleaned up and painted, then get the bell housing and starter off. And this is coming along quick now. You know, a lot of things are coming together faster than I actually thought they would, which is awesome. So I think my next step will be getting the clutch on, or the clutch housing on, and getting the proper flywheel on there, and then figuring out what exact clutch I need to order. Then I'll be dropping this thing into the truck, and the fitment of everything else will go from there. So, hey, thanks for watching, guys. Keep an eye out. There's going to be some more videos coming up real quick here. It's coming along nicely. So, thanks for watching. Appreciate you hanging in there with me, and we'll see you again real soon. Later, guys.